lifetime's not too long to live as friends. No, a lifetime's not too long to live as friends.
Let us pray. Our Heavenly Father, thank you for allowing us to attend Auburn Springs Elementary School. Thank you for our teachers, our parents, our grandparents, and anyone who has made it possible for us to go to this school. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Today is a very special day for this 8th grade class, and I want to welcome you and thank you for being here. When we leave here today, it means that we will begin a brand new experience that will require we change. We have a greater challenge ahead of us, high school. Today will be the last time a lot of us will be together. We started kindergarten in a new school that had just opened. We learned, made friends, and were educated in an atmosphere that made it fun. To Mr. Davis, Ms. Rayburn, and other teachers that have taught us in the past 9 years, we thank you. You folks have put a lot of time and effort into our education. Things like dances, trips to Tremont, Washington, and New York, athletics, clubs, and an A-plus school have made learning fun. To our parents, we thank you for your love, support, and for the opportunity that you've given us to learn. We'll sure need a lot more of it in the next 4 years. In my mind, the greatest thing that we will take with us when we leave is our friendships. I want to say a special thank you to my classmates, my friends, who have helped me to make the past 9 years very special. We suffered a terrible loss in our 7th grade year. And as a result of it, we grew closer together. Jason's memory will always be with us in our hearts. He was our friend, and we dedicate this day to him. Lastly, I want to thank God for blessing us with a good school, good people to run the school, teachers, parents, and friends. Someone who was very wise said that we should study to show ourselves approved. Remember this throughout high school and be the best you can be. Thank you.
On behalf of the staff, I'd like to also welcome you, parents and friends, to our annual class day. This opportunity, I'd like to introduce the people who are behind me who have worked with these boys and girls for the last 4 years, starting on my right. And I hope I can do this by getting everyone's name. I never have done it successfully. This year may be my Mrs. Underwood, teaches English. Mrs. Moneymaker, this is her first year with our school. She teaches history. Mrs. Van Hook, math. Mr. Gaylor, band. And then we have with us Mrs. Blessing from the 4-H Club. Mrs. Devaney teaches reading. Mrs. McDonald teaches Chapter 1 reading and math. I told you. Well, next year I'll try again. Mrs. Gully, who's our guidance director. My right arm, and who I love dearly and could not survive without. Mr. Hackworth teaches PE. Mrs. Brock is the keeper of our books. Mr. Boyd teaches science. And then Mrs. Rayburn, who is our assistant principal. I told Mr. Boyd a while ago that I don't need a wife because I have Mrs. Rayburn around to watch after me. She tells me exactly when to do and where to go. Thank you.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows, and what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Who said that every wish would be heard and answered when wished on a morning star? Somebody thought of that and someone believed it. Look what it's done so far. What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing? And what do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of us under its spell, we know that it's probably magic. Have you been half asleep, and have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. Is this the sweet sound that calls the young sailors? The voice might be one and the same. I've heard it too many times to ignore it. It's something that I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. The lovers, the dreamers, and me.
At this time, we'll begin with our club certificates, and we'll begin with Miss Blessings and 4-H.
The Roan Ramblers 4-H Club in Oliver Springs each year participate in 2 county-wide 4-H citizenship projects. We recognize 3 8th grade 4-H members of this club for their leadership in these community pride projects. For their outstanding 4-H work, I would like to recognize Matthew Woods, Shanda Powell, and Mike Hazen. Mike. Matthew.
At this time, it's my privilege to present Outstanding Achievement Awards for the library workers who were chosen as the best ones for this year. But first of all, I'd like to say, this is I probably use more kids than anybody else in any organization or any club. I use 80 kids a year, and some of those are 7th graders. But I'd just like for everybody that was a library worker this year to stand at this time, please. Thank you. So, and I've had some good ones, and I've had some that are not so good. But it's my chance now to recognize 2 that did an especially good job this year, and those 2 are Bruce Bagwell and Derek Reed. And one other thing I'd like to say, there are 2 girls here who did a lot for me at an especially trying time in my life this year. And they know what they did, and I'd like for them to just stand and let us give them some applause. It's Peggy Woods and Peggy Siebert. Thank you. They know what they did.
band award goes this year in recognition of outstanding musical achievement and service to the band to Brian Russell.
I had many outstanding computer science people this year, but I wanted to recognize a special young lady who was always very quiet but was always there, ready to do more. The lady I'd like to recognize is Gina Barger.
This year I had a new experience by being up in the office, and it is definitely different up there than it is in the classroom. And the one thing that I noticed is the phone rings nonstop. And it seems like we'll go through periods of time where it'll be very, very calm, and then just it seems like everything breaks loose at one time. And we had a group of girls that we could not have survived without this year. They've answered the phone, they used the intercom, they help us get students out of class when we needed them, and we really appreciate all their hard effort. And I'd like at this time to recognize Lee Roberts, Alora Bryant, Christy Gaylor, and Candy Lamance.
We would like at this time to recognize the Student Council officers and homeroom representatives. Will Hahn, Ronnie Hawkins, Renee Goins, Trinity Burge, I'm going to call all of the representatives' names. Will you come to the front when your name is called, please? Mandy Simpson, Christy Jackson, Jay Van Hook, Natalie Barnes, Jennifer Van Hook, Natasha Jones, Sasha Embleton, Marty Griffith,
Okay, it's my privilege to recognize our 10 top scholastic students, academic students, and I talked to the students the other day while they were practicing, and had some personal things I wanted to say to them, but I did tell them that they are perhaps, as far as academics concerned, they're either the second or the first best classes that we've sent on. I told Mr. Bailey in the high school that we're really sending some outstanding students, and when I read these averages, you'll see why. Okay? I'll read the name of the student and their average, and you can come up front at that time. All right, Susan Lively with a 96.20. If you'll realize that, that's an A. I mean, we didn't get into the B's before we found those students. All right, Jennifer Wright with a 96.275. Travis Mullins, 96.90. Elora Bryant with a 97.075. Lee Roberts, 97.175. Mary Gaylor, 97.225. Shanda Powell, 97.325. Brian Russell, 97.40. Toby Russell, 98.175. If y'all figure that out, they didn't make hardly any B's or C's. To have an average of an A, you almost have to have straight A's. The top student will receive also a $50 savings bond, compliments of the school, and it goes to Jennifer Raby with a 98.525.
After hearing all these averages, you understand why we have such a time picking out awards. The Presidential Academic Fitness Award has 3 criteria we have to go by, not only grades, but achievement test scores, and we even go back to the 4th grade and check from the 4th grade up. We, as I say, check, they have to have a B-plus average from the 4th grade up, a B-plus average this year, and they have to have received at least 80% on their total reading and total language and total math. So we had a lot of students that just missed it by just a half a point, but we have so many good students in this class that we had to take it right down to the very wire. I've got a letter from the president first I want to read. It says, I am delighted to congratulate the 1990 Presidential Academic Fitness Award winners. By taking full advantage of your educational opportunities, you have shown the judgment, character, and determination necessary to succeed in all your endeavors. Whatever you do tomorrow, you will do better for having taken your education seriously today. As you will no doubt discover, the rewards of diligent study and hard work are virtually unlimited. I commend you all for setting an outstanding example of scholarship, and I encourage you to share your talent and enthusiasm with others. Barbara joins me in saluting you for a job well done and in wishing you continued success in the future. God bless you, George Bush. I have made a copy of this letter for each one of you who will receive this award. We had 7 students who received the Academic Fitness Award this year, and the first student is Mary Gaylor. Next is Bruce Bagwell. Derek Reed. Shanda Powell. Brian Russell. Toby Russell. and Jennifer Raby. Now, two students who were voted for extraordinary effort. They almost made this award, just missed it by a few points. Are Paige Henley and Jamie Sharp.
At this time, we'd like to recognize our Beta Club members. We have 36 eighth graders who qualified for Beta Club. Beta Club, you have to maintain an AB average in order to get in this, and you also have to be recommended by your teachers. We are known as the Traveling Beta Club. Last year, our group went to New York. This year, we just returned from Washington and Philadelphia. And these students have a wonderful opportunity to see the country, possibly in a way that you would never be able to see. So for you 6th and 7th graders, there's still many opportunities for you to get in the Beta Club if you keep up your averages. So we'd like to begin at this time, and I'd like for you to hold your applause till we call all 36 of them off, please. Heather Alcorn. Bruce Bagwell. Gina Barger. Alora Bryant. Bill Freeman. Mary Gaylor. Christopher Hendrickson. Jason Hendrickson. Paige Henley. Steve Hickman. Penelope Keller. Sharon Lawson. Candy Lamance. Heather Lively. Susan Lively. Travis Mullins. Heather Neal. Shanda Powell. The president of our Beta Club, Jennifer Raby. Derek Reed. Lee Roberts. Thomas Roberts. Brian Russell. Toby Russell. Janet Sieber. Jamie Sharp. Andy Swallows. Jay Van Hook. Keith Wilson. Matthew Woods. Jeff Wright. Jennifer Wright. Peggy Wood. Our new members this year, Jason Birchfield, Justin Mullins, and Peggy Sieber. Now let's give them a big round of applause. At this time, we will present our curriculum trophies.
I'd like to recognize two very special students. Our Chapter 1 Math Award goes to Miss Eugenia Jones. Is she not here? Oh, shoot. And our Chapter 1 Reading is Miss Beverly Gilmore.
Special Education Award goes to Gerald Carden. He's also my Pathfinder, too.
Physical Education Award for the young ladies goes to Heather Neal. And for the young men goes to Keith Wilson.
Science Award this year goes to a young lady who really deserves it, Lee Roberts.
One of the hardest things I had to do this year was to give up teaching history, but I did manage to keep one of my classes. And in doing so, this group was a very unique group, and there are many of the students in this group that should really get this award. But there's one student that really by far out excelled most of them. And in all my years of teaching, I have never had a student that did what he has done. He represented our school 2 years in the National Geography Bee, in the State Geography Bee at Nashville. And he didn't win either time, but I tell you what, he probably knows a lot more geography than his teacher does, and he did an outstanding job. And this year's History Award goes to a very deserving young man, Toby Russell.
This year's Reading Award goes to Mary Gaylor.
This year's English Award goes to a special young lady, Shanda Powell.
Okay, at this time I'd like to present the Math Award to a very special young man who I think oftentimes has had to be in the shadow of his older brother and sister, and he often felt like he was not very good at math. But I would like to present this Math Award this year to Andy Swallows. Okay, the next award is algebra. And most of you who have algebra students or have taken it know that algebra can be very difficult. And it was also very difficult for me coming up with a student because I had so many young men and ladies who I'm sure I worked them harder than anybody else in the school. But I had to choose one, and I chose a young lady this time who was always in the back of the room and who was always very quiet. And if you've been in my algebra class, you know that that is not the ordinary thing that happens. This year's award goes to Alora Bryant.
Okay, this time we would like to begin with our special awards. And we have two categories. We have Most Improved Students and the Lions Club Award. If Mr. Blankenship is here, would he come forth, please? Okay. At this time, Mrs. Gully will present our Most Improved Students Award. Let me explain this to you. This is the way we decide about this is the teachers get together and they look over the students' records at the ones that they feel like has made the most improvement over the last 2 years. Normally, we give one boy and one girl. And last year, when we started looking at them, we decided to go with 2 girls. Well, this year, we have decided to go with 2 boys. And Mrs. Gully will make the presentation at this time.
Okay, the first award goes to Kenny Abston. And the next award goes to another one of my Pathfinders, Scotty Pride.
Didn't want him to get the wrong trophy. I was about to panic up here. Is Mr. Butler or a representative from the Lions Club Award here? Okay, I guess I'll get the honor. The Lions Club Award is an award that has been presented in our school since 1968-69 class years. Some of the winners I wanted to read. I went back and I started checking over the records today just to see who all had won this and maybe possibly where they are today. Well, the first recipient of this award back in 68-69 was Steve Smith, who's now Dr. Steve, that many of you know and is our school board member. Back a few years ago, Buster Harvey won the award. Jeff Woods, who's now teaching algebra at the high school. Kathy Cagley won it the very first year I was here, and now she's got a son in kindergarten. Paul McDonald was a recent winner, along with Wendy Callahan, Tanya Lively, Pam Hite, and last year's winners were Dusty Duncan and Kara McDonald. So today, some young people are going to enter a very elite group. Now, the recipient of this award receives a trophy, a $50 savings bond, and their name is engraved on the plaque which hangs in the school office. This award is the highest award that we give to 8th graders. As I said, it's based on scholarship, not only having the highest grade point average, but working and trying to achieve your best, leadership in the school, and also your citizenship. Well, due to the fact that I became assistant principal this year, I tried to stay out of this as much as I could because the names that were floating around, I felt real attached to a lot of these kids, and it was really hard for me to kind of separate on who should have the award. Mrs. Underwood came to me and she said, "We're down to 2 names. You vote." And I said, "I can't vote because both of these are just outstanding students." And she said, "Well, why don't we give it to both of them?" And I said, "I think that's a wonderful idea." Both of them have very good averages, one higher than the other one, but they both have pretty high averages. They're both basketball players. They both are just wonderful people to be around. They both have a real good sense of humor, some more than others. But they're really wonderful students to have, and I'm very proud to say that I have been their teacher, and I know that the other staff feels the exact same way. So this year we do have a tie, and our winners are Jay Van Hook and Jennifer Raby. The competition still exists because I heard I still should have beat you. I love the competition. And their names are on this plaque which hangs in the office, and we're real proud of both of these students. At this time, we would like to honor each one of our 8th grade members with an achievement award, and we will begin with Ms. Moneymaker's homeroom. Brian Brown. Alora Bryant. Joe Burge. Christy Collins. Stephanie Cox. Paul Fritz. Chris Hendrickson. Jason Hendrickson. Paige Henley. Steve Hickman. Eugenia Jones. And in the back there, Michael Jones. Amy McGee. Shelley Nation. Heather Neal. Greg Patterson. Misty Pride. Jennifer Raby. Brian Russell. Toby Russell. Janet Sieber. Peggy Sieber. Gary Stubbs. Andy Swallows. Jacqueline Turcott. Jay Van Hook. Jennifer Wright. Next, we have Miss Underwood's homeroom. Kenny Abston. Bruce Bagwell. Billy Edwards. Will Hahn. Dusty Lemons. Justin Mullins. Chris Owens. Scotty Pride. Derek Reed. Thomas Roberts. Jamie Sharp. Jeff Wright. Heather Alcorn. Gina Barger. Treva Gann. Beverly Gilmore. Renee Goins. Leah Jones. Penelope Keller. Heather Lively. Susan Lively. Shanda Powell. Trish Roden. Angela Thacker. Jennifer Turcott. Misty Watson. Next, we have Miss Van Hook's homeroom. Trinity Burge. Jason Birchfield. Gerald Carden. Essie Farmer. Trevor Gallagher. Christy Gaylor. Mary Gaylor. Brad Gilmore. Mike Hazen. Jennifer Hunley. Christy Jackson. Tracy Jenkins. Candy Lamance. Sharon Lawson. Tammy Maples. Holly Melton. Travis Mullins. Rodney Patterson. Brad Price. Lisa Randolph. Lee Roberts. Andrea Snyder. Greg Thomas. Keith Wilson. Peggy Wood. Matthew Woods. Well, you made it. At this time, we're going to do something that's never been done in the history of Oliver Springs before, and it may be the last time that we ever do this. But this group is a very special group. I want to elaborate just a little bit. Last year, when they were 7th graders, they were awful. And we kept thinking all summer long, oh no, they're coming. And something wonderful happened over the summer. They matured. 7th grade, take note. But this year we have all seemed to bond really close with this group, and this is a group that we absolutely hate to see leave. They're all very special to us in one way or the other, and we've really made some really relationships here with these kids, and we really hate to see them go, but yet that's a part of growing up, and that's a part of moving on and going through your life. So at this time, the teachers will sing for you, saying goodbye.
I'm going to go get our own. You want to get our own? Can we see it, you think? No. Not yet.
Saying goodbye, going away, seems like goodbye, such a hard thing to say. Touching a hand, wondering why, it's time for saying goodbye. Saying goodbye, why is it sad? Makes us remember the good times we've had. Much more to say, foolish to try. It's time for saying goodbye. Don't want to leave, but we both know sometimes it's better to go. Somehow I know we'll meet again. Not sure quite where, and I don't know just when. You're in my heart, so until then, it's time for saying goodbye. Don't want to leave, but we both know sometimes it's better to go. Somehow I know we'll meet again. Not sure quite where, and I don't know just when. You're in my heart, so until then, wanna smile, wanna cry, saying goodbye. It's time for saying goodbye.
I'm not going to say anything after that. I just want to say one word, though. I really appreciate the boys and girls that in the 8th grade, and I want to extend the best to them in their educational career. Appreciate you coming out today and sharing this program with us. Just one housekeeping thing I'd like for the students, the teachers would take the students out the back door because the halls will be crowded. Thank you.